I'm super pumped. I'm here with Mark Ruffalo, and this is exciting. Thank you for doing this.
It's been my pleasure.
I wanted to start with, because I'm from Alaska. Okay,
right.
Have you ever been to Alaska?
I haven't.
You haven't been to Alaska?
No,
Come on, man. You gotta get there.
I know.
I'm from Alaska. I'm a skateboarder, but as a young kid, I was super hyper. I actually had the ADHD, ADD, and I heard you had a little bit of ADHD, ADD, dyslexia.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Not at all.
Tell me about that experience, and how were you in school?
I was terrible in school.
Okay.
Back then you were just, if you had that kind of stuff going on, you were like lazy or stupid, or, there was no help for somebody like that. So I very early on I was ridiculed by my teachers, and I couldn't read very well that was tough, and so you develop some bad.
I kind of find it funny. They say you couldn't read well. Here you are in movies.
I know.
Think about that.
It's crazy.
You're in movies.
I'm in
all
movies,
around.
and all I do is read. I got to read all the time. I'm still a slow reader.
Okay.
And dyslexic people usually catch up to the rest of the group. Mm-hmm. It's just a little bit later.
Yeah.
And so eventually, I was able to correct it, but with no help from school.
With no help from school?
No, man, I hated it. I just felt stupid all the time.
Yeah. Wow. And I heard in your 20s, there was something of just this anger. Where did that come from?
That was like the Hulk.
So like straight up Hulk, right?
Yeah,
there.
I mean it was.
Yeah.
I mean I was acting. I was in LA. I couldn't get any roles. I wasn't. I was really struggling. I mean, it's not a big deal. No, everyone struggles. But I had a temper, and I didn't like being told no. And
how did you get past that? Because a lot of us stop when we hear no. We think, man, we got to give up. It's a done deal.
No is no. Mm-hmm. I just had some part of myself that was just saying it doesn't matter what they say. You have something to offer here. This is who you are. This is what you're meant to do in this world, and eventually someone's going to say yes.
But that sounds like you had this belief in yourself.
Yeah, you know what that is.
But you had this confidence to say, like,
somewhere inside of me was a little bit of confidence, even though I was always also struggling with not much self-confidence. Mm-hmm. There was still a little part of me that was like, just keep going, man.
That's good, and young people need to hear that.
Yes, they do. That's a real thing.
To keep going, because there's so much with depression and bullying. A lot of them feel like, I gotta stop. Nobody.
Man, the world will work against people's greatness all the time. And it's our job just to find that greatness in you and live it out,
Yeah. What have you learned from your character, the Hulk, like about yourself? There's anything, something positive.
Well, there's these warring aspects of all of us, there's the reasonable part of you, and then the like crazy part of you, and over the years, for me, it's been like bringing all that together in order for it to work for me instead of against me, Mm-hmm. And I think that's has been Banner's journey through the Avengers movies, and his relationship to Hulk over the years.
Mm-hmm. And throughout your life, what's the best advice you would say you were given that has helped you in your career or in life?
There was a little. I read in an article that there was a musician, Michael Stipe from REM, mm-hmm. and he said the best thing he'd ever heard. He read in a little written piece of paper that was taped to a cash register in a diner in the middle of nowhere in America, and it said, "Redefine all that's been taught you, grasp the unattainable, plummet headlong first, and understand the power of a single action." And I've always held on to those.
It's like almost like not like you're saying it as an affirmation, but you just kept it in your heart.
Yeah, it's like a little mantra, you know. Plummet headlong first, just go for it.
Go for it.
Redefine all that's been taught you, you know, make it yours so you understand it. Understand the power of a single action, like
taking a step.
Yeah, step over your fear.
Step over your fear.
And the other one is make fear your friend.
Ooh, make fear your friend. Dive into that a little bit.
Well,
because that for a lot of people that's scary.
Yeah, and I think what I've noticed in my 50 years on this.
You ain't no 50.
I'm 50.
You don't look no 50.
Thank you.
No,
I love
you don't
you,
look
man.
50.
I love you.
No, you've got to.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Man.
50. When you break out of your fear, when you push past it, that always pays the biggest dividends. Like that's where you always grow the most. That's where you master yourself, because that fear, 90% of the people get stopped by that fear in life, and they never move past it.
100%. Yeah.
And the more you allow that to win, the stronger it thinks it is.
Wow.
And my teacher said to me, she's like, you got to talk to your fear. You say, listen, you son of a... I know you're there.
We're going to bleep that out, by the way.
Listen, you... I know you're there,
yeah.
but you don't control me. You're just a part of me. And I'm the one who's controlling this lifetime.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm working at a youth center, or excuse me, it was last year I was working at a youth center. I met this young kid named Tommy. He's just as cool as kid. He's 10 years old, and he just had a lot of people would make fun of him, bullying him, and I was just, and he wanted to know what kind of advice would you give him for Tommy?
I'd say Tommy, all of that doesn't mean a darn thing, and it's usually, from what I've seen, it's the kids who are bullied who are the ones who are the magical ones later in life. It's hard at the time. It hurts, but it gets you ready for the world in a way that almost nothing else can. And they're bullying you because they're jealous of you.
Well, thank you.
My pleasure, man.
Mark, this was awesome.
Thank you,
I
Preston.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I really love what you're doing.
I appreciate
Very cool.
it. Cool. We
Yeah.
done. We out of here.